It's the Britt Rochelle Show. Do 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 do. That's me.
Anyone who's been following me for any length of time knows how much I love a good shooter game. So it was a surprise to my good buddy and GFAP co-host Muffin that I've never played a Tom Clancy game. So he introduced me to Tom Clancy's The Division 2. In the follow-up to the first game, which I did not play, Washington, D.C. is in ruin, taken over by this horrible green mutation virus that has just ruined everything and divided people into the Division, which you play in, an agency that is trying to rebuild Washington, D.C. from the ground up and get it back to its former glory. And then, of course, there's the rebel hyenas, who like everything in chaos and just want to control everything. This is where you come in, soldier. You pick your class between sharpshooter, demolitionist, or survivalist. I'm pretty sure I picked sharpshooter. Correct me if I'm wrong, editor. But all I know is I wanted to get in there and rooty-tooty point and shooty. But I did want to appreciate the story. But first, you gotta figure out who you are and what you look like. I was having a lot of troubles at first, technologically speaking, because I was trying to play with an Xbox controller, which for some reason just wasn't communicating even with a direct connection with the game. Not just that, but even with the keyboard, I found the UI really oddly difficult to navigate and figure out. So when I was trying to make Britt Rochelle into a lovely hardcore soldier, I just gave up and decided, I guess I'm gonna be a dude. But I'm gonna be the doodliest dude you've ever seen. Now that I've been dudified, it's time to get myself through the tutorial. The introduction to the third-person shooter that is The Division 2. It's pretty fun. I get locked in pretty easily to these shooters because there's just so much satisfaction to getting your sights on your enemy and just getting the shot. I absolutely love it. It's real fast-paced, too. These hyenas are no joke. They are after you, and they are gonna get you. Unless you're, just too good like I am. Definitely wasn't carried by my friends. But before you play with your friends, oh no, it's not just finishing the tutorial. You get to sit through one of the longest opening cutscenes I have ever experienced.
Where's Laura?
Laura, let's freaking go! But don't let my personal experience with the character creation dissuade you from making the coolest character that you can imagine, because the customization options on these characters are just absolutely insane. You can have pretty much any hair color you want, you can do facial hair or not. There's some sick flow that you can pick from. And the clothes, while minimal, they're not that important anyways, but they still give you a feel of what kind of person that your person was in the before times. Alright, now we finally get to gameplay. Finally. You start out with some basic armor and guns, but as you go about exploring the ruins of DC, you'll find a bunch of loot boxes and other drops from enemies that'll quickly upgrade your weapons and your armor. So you'll look very cool and be stronger and safer all at the same time. This is also another Ubisoft property, so you could always pay real, actual adult money for new skins and outfits and armor, so there's that, I guess. Thanks, Ubisoft! Well, I did talk a little bit about the story. I do want to go into how important the Civil War is and all the stuff that happened in the last game that was recapped in this game. Love to tell you all about that, but somebody wouldn't stop talking through the cutscenes.
How could you? There's story here.
I've already played it.
Well, I haven't, so.
But that didn't take me out of the game too much. I quickly got really focused on tracking down those hyenas, pulling out my grenades, making sure every last one of those bastards got what was coming to them. And I was completely focused on the mission at hand.
Alright, we're back, and I'm Santa. Alright.
Ho, ho, ho.
Following Muffin.
Well, maybe I wasn't super focused on the story. Look, it was Christmas time! This game has really funny skins and emotes for the holidays. I wanted to figure out the Jingle Bell emote. I'm here to save you!
I think he's dead.
So yeah, I did get reinvested in the game, not just with the Santa Claus and Christmassy stuff, but that means that even now, here into April, my gameplay is going to look a lot like... Yes! Do you see that?
Yes.
But once you get over the hilarity and lightheartedness of the Christmas spirit, you find going from safe house to safe house, rescuing people and taking out those awful hyenas really is very fascinating and makes me appreciate a genre of game I don't normally play. For a first playthrough, I felt actually pretty confident, but given my unfamiliarity with games like this, a lot of the reactions and communications went something like, "Did you see that? Did you see me? Yay!" It's been a little bit since I started playing the game, which makes me wonder, will I ever play again? Of course I will! It's a third-person shooter. It's super fun. More holidays are coming. I really hope they'll have something cool for Easter. I should check back in. Also, there's a lot of cool guns, power-ups, and other effects that can really emphasize the gameplay. I've just yet to experience all of it. Also makes me want to go back and play even more Tom Clancy games, because from what I understand, they're all pretty damn good. But why don't you let me know, have you played a Tom Clancy game? Have you joined The Division? Have you joined The Division? Let me know on all my socials here. I can be found on many different platforms, and I have live streamed this game before, so you should check me out at BrittRochelle.com or BrittRochelle.card.co. You'll find my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter, my everything. And I do mean everything. So you just let me know what you thought of The Division 2 or other Tom Clancy games. And until next time, I'm Britt Rochelle, and you stay peachy.
All right, boys and girls, listen up. It's very important. C-spot run.
Oh.
C-spot jump.
Let's get to the good stuff.
C-spot fly.
Let's get killing.